Check the audio.
Oh, it looks like it's working. Okay, great.
Country road. Oh. Hello, I am Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow.
I'm Chris, also a co-founder, president, and the technical guy behind Keto Chow. If you're brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make doing keto easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements. They're amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for updates on all our Keto Chow happenings. These live streams help us be accountable and stay on track, so thanks for joining us on our keto journey.
Indeed. So let's see. We got Linda saying, if new flavor, what color will it be? Purple, orange, tan. We haven't said that a new flavor is coming. Dennis says green. Linda says it's already 84.
Oh, degrees? Wow, that's nice. I don't know what it is here.
Let's see. Carrie's here. Let's see. Linda says pink. Storm Chasing Gal says, let's do this.
Let's do this.
Let's see. Susan says, good morning.
Good morning.
Kendra says hello. Storm Chasing
Hello,
Gal says, Miriam is very tallish.
Thank you. That is true.
It is true.
Compared to some. There are people that I'm not tall
Well,
compared
to some, I mean.
I am taller than all but one of my children.
That is true. And he's taller than I am, too. So there you go. Nanu Pat says, hello, friends. Can't wait to see you in a few days.
Hi, Pat. How are you?
Yeah, well, that's coming up pretty soon. That's, what, Thursday? Well, we fly in on Thursday.
Yes.
But the stuff doesn't actually start until Friday. So Friday is when we're going to have to do all of our mixing Friday morning, by the way. Because that's when check-in is and the first stuff starts. But we're going to fly in. We're going to be coming in hot on Thursday, going right from the airport over to the Patreon thing. So, in case you want to know. Deborah's here, says, good morning, all you beautiful people. Happy Monday. Nanu's Pat says, what peppers do you use in the pumpkin sausage soup?
So it calls for jalapeno poppers and I think Anaheim peppers?
Poblano.
Oh, poblano.
Which poblanos
You're
are these
right.
big green ones.
They are not very spicy.
They're not spicy.
They do have a different flavor. But if you don't like the jalapenos because you can't handle the spice, you can use green peppers. We've had a lot of people do that.
Yep.
So.
And it also calls for red pepper, like powdered red pepper. It specifically says optional, and we never, ever put it in. One time we did, and it made it too spicy.
I always put red pepper into the taco seasoning, and all the kids hate it when I make it, so I just stopped making it.
Well, Kim is doing cleaning while listening.
Yay, Kim!
Let's hear
Good
as
job.
well. Mike says,
You're
good morning,
winning today.
Monday people.
Good morning.
I'm an all the week people, Mike. What are you talking about?
All week.
By the way, Mike, did you hear a new building going in Viña del Mar, Chile?
I heard that too.
I did too. Bob says happy Monday. I lived in Viña del Mar for a while back in 1998. Let's see. Linda says I like the falling leaves. They're fake. These ones are.
And my hair is green because we're on the green screen.
Yes. Nina says I love your beautiful smile. Every live you make it nice. Make it a nice day. Me speak good.
Thank you.
Nina,
I'm glad
Debbie's
you're
here. Says good morning, Chris and Miriam. Out walking the dog while I listen, so not chatting.
Nice.
Well, you prioritize that dog.
I'm glad you're walking. Good job.
Patricia is here from Lawrenceville, Georgia. I'm new to keto. Welcome.
Oh, glad you're here. Thanks for saying hi.
Linda says, did you see how beautiful the moon was last night? I'm soon headed down to McAllen to see a solar eclipse.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's coming up this Saturday.
Oh, yeah, this Saturday.
And so we were planning on driving down to central Utah.
Next Saturday.
Not this Saturday. Next Saturday.
Like,
for
wow,
that,
that's fast.
it's an annular solar eclipse. Okay.
Right.
Here we go. Science class with Mr. Bear.
I'm just going to go to sleep.
Okay. The moon changes how close it is to the sun, or to the Earth, rather. Well, to the sun. Anyway, it goes closer, it goes further away. When the moon is closer, it looks bigger, and so it covers more of the sun. When it's further away, it's not quite the same size as the sun relative to the Earth. And so solar eclipses, you have total solar eclipses where the moon is the same size as the sun, and you have not total solar eclipses. The one that's coming up on October 14th is an annular, like a ring, anillo, like, anyway,
That's what the word annular comes from?
Yeah, it means a ring.
Okay.
So it's you'll have a ring of fire around the...
Ring of fire.
Turn on the Ring of Fire. You said you could do it. Anyway.
The Ring of Fire.
Finding Nemo. So the eclipse is coming up this month. Yeah, the moon is a little too far away, and so it doesn't fully block the sun.
So you have to use your glasses.
So you have to use glasses the whole
Not
time.
regular
But if you're in the right
glasses,
place,
eclipse glasses.
you'll end up with a complete ring of fire.
Ring of Fire.
But it will not be a total solar eclipse. If you want one of those, that's in 2024, April 8th, I think. Anyway, so where we're at, you're actually going to get the same coverage of the sun by the moon without having to drive anywhere. But if you want to see the moon in the middle of the sun, you'd have to drive about an hour and a half, 2 hours. There's a soccer game.
Yeah.
And so we're going to have to pull Dr. Barry, Nisha, and Nurse Cindy.
Because they'll be here this weekend.
They are
Not this weekend, next weekend.
See, that they're coming for the meetup that is happening. In fact, I should pull that up. So let's see. Carbevents.com. Here we go. So yeah, Keto Pa-LOU-za right now. Low Carb Sydney next week. And here's the Utah Quarterly Meetup. Oh, look, there's already an embedded YouTube video.
What? That's so amazing.
Where you can come and see it. But yeah, Nurse Cindy, Dr. Ken Berry, and Nurse Nisha Salas Berry are coming. Yeah, this next Saturday. But we're gonna have to ask them if they want to make the trip, which means that probably I would be taking them, and
I will go to the soccer game.
And you would go to the soccer game and help Ruth and Max, who are going
Homecoming.
to homecoming.
I'm going to chaperone a bunch of teenagers at my house.
Anyway, solar eclipse.
But I'm going to ditch them and go to the meetup. So they can't have kids over from 5:30 to like 8:30.
Yep. But to that point, this next Saturday, October 14th, you can come to this page on lowcarbevents.com, or you can go to the Keto Chow YouTube channel. Ooh, I'm subscribed.
Good job.
And we're going to do a live stream of it.
Yes.
It's free. And the funny thing is, everyone always asks, will I be able to watch the recording afterwards? Yes.
Because
yes.
it's always there.
Well, there are some live streams that you can watch live, but then you have to pay to watch it later.
Oh, I see.
But we're doing it straight to YouTube for free, super low key, like no expectation of performance. Like you're going to get exactly what you pay for. So it should work out. It might not, but that way I don't have to stress about it, even though I will.
Yeah, you will.
It's true. Anyway, yeah, so Patricia says, okay, and then we're talking about solar eclipse. Let's say, speaking of pumpkin sausage soup, that's what we will be having at the meetup on October 14th.
Yummy.
Adrienne says, oh no, I missed your answers to my question.
Oh, I missed it.
What was the question?
Came in fast. What?
I did not.
Can you repeat it?
You might have asked the question before we got on.
Yeah, and sometimes it doesn't come through. Can you ask again?
Yeah, go ahead and ask again, because I was having problems with the authentication thing.
Yeah.
And so it clears the comments.
He was freaking out.
I was like, I've got 2 minutes and I have to go to the bathroom. Miriam's like, can I do anything for you? I'm like, yes, go to the bathroom for me. And she's like, then I was like, no, really, I do need to go to the bathroom. Don't sit down yet.
And so I didn't.
You did it great. But you put on your microphone.
Yeah.
You're so great.
I'm already ready.
Deborah says, I made the creamy tomato basil soup and it has
My
some
green
fresh
hair.
basil. It's fantastic. Thank you for having the soup base.
Nice.
Cindy's here from Northeast Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Hi, Cindy. How are you?
Mike says, yes, I heard about 20 new buildings. The total when they're all done will be above 330.
That's a lot. We're talking about church stuff, by the way.
Yep. Connie's here from Narlands.
That's not how you say it.
I'm probably closer than New Orleans. We don't get much of the fall, but Keto Chow fall flavors make it feel like fall in my house.
And you can snuggle up with a blanket if you want. That'll be folly.
Cindy says, I made a double batch of the sausage soup last week.
Yes.
It's just me. So I'm hoping that's a month worth. So good.
I just take and put it in my little like ramekins and stuff. I weigh it out and then freeze a whole bunch of it. I have tons in the freezer and I just love pulling it out. I pull it out like the day before or just put it in the microwave slowly, stirring it.
Yep. Mike is looking forward to the quarterly meetup, 12 days away. Carrie has a question about hemoglobin.
Are you coming?
I actually don't have an answer for you on that question, unfortunately. Sorry, Carrie.
Oh, he said, how do I get my hemoglobin up a little more with carnivore?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he goes into
I don't know
details.
that.
I unfortunately don't have information about that. Bob says, now you've got me humming that Johnny Cash song when you talk about the Ring of Fire.
Ring of Fire, the Ring of Fire.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. The funny thing is, I don't really like country western, but I like Johnny Cash.
I don't like him.
You don't like it because he just sits there and talks.
I don't like him because it just talks his songs.
And my first introduction to Johnny Cash was actually his remake of Nine Inch Nails' Hurt.
That probably is a good song.
Heather says, I ordered more Keto Chow the other day. Love it. Nice.
Nice, Heather.
Kathy's here from Wichita Falls, Texas. A high of
Kathy.
93.
Wow, that's nice and warm. Feel the warmth for me. What is the
Feel the
temperature
burn.
here? It's like 60 maybe? It's a good temperature.
52 degrees.
I mean, it's 52.
Yeah, well,
feels good.
it's been rainy. I actually wore my hoodie, except it's sitting there.
Yeah.
I took it off. Oh, I took it off just before this live stream because I wanted to show off that I love my awesome wife.
Yes.
I'm not sure where I got this
I
shirt
have a green
from.
shirt on, so I had to leave my jacket on.
That's awesome.
What was I going to say? Oh, I went to the gym without a jacket,
Okay.
and I was not cold at all, and it was less than 50 then.
It's been rainy though.
It was raining.
So we went camping this weekend. It's something that we like to do. Well, we like to do it every October and every April. Mike knows why. And we actually got up there. We took the trailer up there last weekend because we were going lumberjacking. And then we were going to come down yesterday evening with the trailer. And Miriam was like, well, what's the weather forecast?
What's the forecast?
And I was
Usually he's like super crazy
Yeah,
about the
I
weather
was
because he's the one
not even
driving
paying attention.
and it's hard to drive a trailer and la-di-da-da. And he asked me what time I wanted to go home and I'm all, actually, I want to go home as late as possible. But I think you probably should look at the weather because I know you will not want that if you know what time it's going to rain.
It was forecasted to start raining at 3. So we left, actually, we started packing up right then, which was good because it was raining
It
when
actually
we were
started
going down.
raining at like 12:30.
Yeah. And the reason
But it
for
was
that
sprinkling.
is we were going to be coming down with a giant trailer behind our giant truck. Giant. And now what was interesting is going down, I was going under 1 mile per hour.
He was going so slow, I
I
kept
was
falling asleep.
going at a walking pace. And the reason for that, and I was talking to our boys, is that you don't want to build up inertia that you can't stop.
Right.
And if you don't get going fast, you won't have to stop. So just take it slow and easy, and
On the dirt road that was wet.
on the dirt road that had gravel and everything else and could easily turn into mud.
And we've
Now-
slid on that road before. That's
We
probably
have
why
slid on
it's
that
scary.
road. Now, where I'm going to equate this, there was a question on the Two Crazy Ketos live stream this morning where someone was asking, how do I get back on track if I've gone off the rails? Well, the number one thing is don't let yourself get off track, which is easier said than done, right?
Yeah,
If that was easy, this wouldn't be a problem. But if you start to go off track, let's say that you stupidly grab a can of soda, don't check that it's diet, drink 2/3 of it.
You just need to get
Who
over
would
that.
do that, right?
You need to get over it.
But let's say you mess up. The best thing to do is to act like it never happened. It's not that you had this goal and you were not trying to do it and you messed up. Oh no, have a pity party that turns into a week-long
Binging.
bender. Yeah. No, it never happened. You are moving on. You never ate that cinnamon roll or whatever is your trigger. It never happened.
French fries?
You are still on track. You are still accomplishing the goals that you set for yourself. Aside from that one little thing, and we're not going to talk about Bruno. I mean,
And
that
as soon
thing.
as you have that first meal, that keto meal, you've got the inertia,
Yeah.
right? You've got the forward momentum, and you don't need to keep looking back.
And you don't need to punish yourself. You don't need to fast for 24 hours unless you wanted to do that anyway. And that's something that Rachel talks about a lot is, not punishing yourself, because that gets into disordered eating and all this other stuff. Just act like it never happened.
It's hard to not to, though. That's the problem.
So, yeah, coming down the hill, I wasn't letting myself build up an inertia of failure. I was just keeping it slow and steady. And hey, it takes a long time to go down the hill that way. Normally it takes us like 15 minutes to get from where we're at down to the road. It took like 30 or 40 minutes. And that was okay. Nobody was behind us.
Yep.
It was just us. We could take it at whatever speed we wanted.
Yeah, and I think it's important for you to be accepting that it's going to take a while to do things. I started working with Robert 1 year ago.
Oh, wow.
In October. Actually, I don't remember what day it was. I should look it up. I think it was like the 21st or something.
Okay.
So I've got a minute. But could I look super more awesome than I am? Yes, I could.
Super more awesome.
But I have still grown a lot, and I have still gone through a lot of mental stuff in my brain, and I've accepted a lot about myself, and I feel like I'm super grateful that I've been working with him this whole time, because I've also had to come to terms with some things about food that even though I've been keto forever, I'm still trying to have the treats and trying to have the whatevers and trying to have, justify my actions when I just really need to be honest with myself. And I have been working on that during this journey. So I feel like it takes a long time, and it's okay, because we're all different. And it's not like life's not going to, just be smooth the whole time, because you're going to be running into those bumps.
Yeah.
And you're going to be having to turn, and like the road that you're on, right? You're going to be going up, and you'll have to accelerate, and you're going to have to turn, and you're going to have to do this, and then some rocks are coming, and some mud's going to come, and rain's going to come. And that's when things get even harder, because you get these trials and things in your life. Your daughter does this, your husband does this, your ex does this, blah, blah, blah.
Sometimes you have to pull over to the side of the road and let everything past you.
Yeah. And sometimes you have to let go of some things and just focus on bare minimums just to get by so you don't break down. And that's okay. We have to be accepting that our bodies are human, and we have human frailties, and we have other people that make decisions that affect us in negative ways, and that will slow us down sometimes. So be patient. Be so patient.
Yeah, be nice to my friend. Okay, so here's Adrienne's question. Is there any downside nutrition-wise to using Indigo Neely's method of using warm water to melt fat, then adding ice water, blending, then drinking immediately? No. So the only time where you would see a downside nutrition-wise is if you heat Keto Chow to around 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Higher than that, and some of the vitamins start to degrade.
Yeah, but you're talking about you're putting the water in to melt the butter first.
Yeah, no problem.
So I actually just did this last week. I put the butter in the blender bottle, and I poured hot water over the top of it. Well, by doing so, depending on what your temperature is, my temperature was about 100 something.
Okay.
Because I used my little teapot that had the actual temperature on it.
So you cooled off the water by melting the butter.
But it cools off the water by melting the butter, because both things interact with each other, right?
And butter don't care.
Yeah, butter's happy to melt for you.
I'll stop the world and melt for you.
Yeah, so you won't be getting it as high as you would to denature the protein.
Yes. Plus, there's hardly any protein in butter, so it's fine.
Yes,
it's fine.
But I'm saying the butter would cool it down,
Yes.
and then it wouldn't be so.
Susan says it's going to be in the 90s today. Wow. And then they're going to hit a low of 36 later this week.
That's crazy.
And Deborah says that's how I blend my drinks.
Nice.
Janice is here, says I make Keto Chow vanilla core in my Vitamix with butter and warm water. It makes the most amazing foam on top of my coffee. Please never take this flavor away.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Which is, somebody was asking on the Keto Chow Facebook support group this weekend, they were saying that they kept getting clumps with the core vanilla and strawberry.
Yes.
And
it
was
just doesn't mix as well.
Yeah, you have to use warm water.
And you have to use a mixer.
You have to.
I mean, otherwise you just have to be okay with the
clumps.
clumps.
Now, if you've mixed one up and it's clumpy, pour it into a mug.
Melt it.
heat it up,
And
and
mix it again.
yeah.
You should be able to shake it in the shaker bottle at that point.
I actually, when I was prototyping it, I just wanted to see if it would blend. Because the chocolate, you can kind of fudge the chocolate core.
I just don't care that
You can
much.
mix it up with cold water in a shaker bottle, leave it, and then shake it up again, like 30 minutes later, and it will mostly mix. But with a vanilla and strawberry, no. But I had to melt it, and then I was able to shake it up with a shaker bottle once it was warm.
Right.
Deborah wants to know if we have any update on birthday cake or vanilla cream coming back.
Oh, no.
We
we
do
don't.
not.
Sorry.
No updates at all. Adrian says, love the core formula and the ones with fewer total carbs. It tastes great, and they spike my blood sugar less than the non-core ones. That's
Nice.
interesting. Because they shouldn't. There shouldn't be any difference. Now,
Well, if the
the
beef protein.
protein is
different.
probably what does
That's
it.
probably the difference.
It's probably not the total carbs. It's probably the protein, because the milk protein isolate does have around 3/4 of a gram of total sugar in it. It's the lactose. That's as low as we can possibly get it, whereas the core doesn't. Yeah. Now I'm wondering, Adrian, if you've tried some of the older formulation that has more acacia gum
Yeah.
versus the newer formulation that has less acacia gum, to see if there's a difference between those
But
two.
yeah, thanks for letting us
But yeah, the core would definitely have less of an impact. Linda's here.
Hi, Linda.
Debbie is back from the walk. Nice.
Yay, 1 mile. Good job.
Lorna is here from New York City.
Hi, Lorna.
Um,
New York, not necessarily New York City.
That's true. Carrie says, if I run out of real food to eat, Chris, is it okay to eat Keto Chow? Yes. I know you don't recommend it for the whole day. So we don't insist or tell people that Keto Chow be used alone. Back in the day, people were like, so I have to eat this for every meal? No, you can eat it whenever you want. So the answer is, Carrie, you can eat Keto Chow whenever you want.
Yep.
You can eat it 3 times a day if you really wanted to. And if you were having dental surgery or some other thing going on that means you couldn't chew, you could have it 3 times a day.
Or you couldn't walk.
I did that for 100 days and was just fine.
Although we do recommend getting a little bit more protein.
Yes,
if
we
you're
do.
doing that.
Ground beef is a great way to do that.
Yeah.
Ground beef is fantastic. Well, this is I bought sausage, back and eggs. Plan to cook today. Nice.
Nice.
Okay, Mac Warrior says, I'm getting ready to try some recipes from your monthly recipes.
Yay!
I'm confused and want to clarify when you say a serving of. Does that mean a serving of the powder or mix like you would? So that means
Oh, that means like a serving of Keto Chow, so it would be a scoop
either a scoop
packed
out of the
scoop
big
or
or a
entire
single
packet.
package of the singles. We say one serving. We used to say one scoop or one package, but people were confused because they might have the big bag or they might have the singles. So we just say one serving.
There's a tiny flashlight on here.
In fact, I don't know of any of the recipes that call for a mixed serving. If they did, they would say one mixed serving.
We have a couple that have like literally like 2 cups or something like that.
Yeah, there are some that call for 2 cups of Keto Chow, which usually ends up being like 2 or 3.
It's like a whole
single
pot
packets.
of soup though.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, Kim says, I love how you talk to us like you know each of us.
we do know
Oh, I know
you. We love you.
Black River Keto is here. Says, better Nate than Lever. Good morning, friends. Let's see. Deborah says, karaoke Monday. There you go. Summer Cheesing Gal is excited for the October box. Okay, question for you, Miriam.
What?
Lynette says, I took your advice and combined chocolate peanut butter with chocolate toffee, made it into a creamy, delicious, but I find that the flavor is muted as an ice cream. What could I do to enhance the flavor?
The only thing you can really do is just add like a flavor enhancer, like one of the syrups or like extracts or drops.
Yeah. You can also use butter instead of heavy cream if you're making it with a heavy cream.
Yes, you could also double up the amount, but then you'd have more than 1 serving.
Yeah.
But if you really want more flavor, then you could do that.
Okay, so Mike says, I need to remember to bring a coat to Utah, I guess. I totally read a boat to Utah.
Oh,
Like,
you should bring a boat and a
it's
coat.
like, why are you bringing a boat, Mike? That's weird.
Just a little jacket might be nice, because it might be a little chilly.
Debbie says it's 78 in Wisconsin and going to a high of 83 today.
What a beautiful day.
Linda says it's pouring rain and hailing at my house. Love it so much. Yeah, there you go. Linda says, I went to
Yes.
Aldi the other day. Instead of paying a lady to Instead of paying, a lady runs out the door with a full cart. The Aldi guy caught the cart. She then pulled out a gun. Wow, the lady fled before the cops showed up. See,
Oh
it's
my
not so bad that you were shoplifting, but once you brandish a weapon,
Wow, wow, wow. I'm glad everybody's okay and that nothing bad
Yeah.
happened. I mean, that is bad happening, but nothing really bad happened.
Lynn says, I'm loving life right now. My favorite time of year, fall and
It's the
Halloween.
most wonderful time of the
Actually, I like
year.
fall the best.
I love fall too. Speaking
What's-
of which, you want to see my flowers on my wall?
Absolutely.
I know you do.
Lauren says, I've been keto for a year, did well, went to carnivore, lost 25 pounds. My A1C from 7 to 5.9. But stress and family, etc. Went off carnivore, trying to get back.
I'm telling you,
hard- I
stress
need to
and
push.
family. It's people who make decisions that affect you. That's what's hard. That's what's so hard.
Now, again, my recommendation, Lorna, is if you need to get back on track, act like you never got off track. You're
Also,
just doing exactly what you
okay,
wanted
can
to.
you see this? Oh my gosh, it's too not bright. Now enough. Dang it. It's so hard.
Laura says, until birthday cake is back, I'm using cookies and cream as the base with birthday cake skinny syrup. You can also add some almond extract, which gives it a birthday cake flavor. That's probably good. Oh, no, that's perfect.
Can you see my pretty flowers?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out why those were there. By the way, you left a bunch of flower petals all over the table where you sit.
I didn't
I
get a
brushed
chance
them
to
off
clean it
for
up.
you.
They weren't petals. It was just little
It looked like dandelion fluff.
little crumbs of floral stuff.
Two Crazy Ketos is here. Hello.
Hi.
Mom and Bear Lynette said, I just picked up my new Ninja Blender Pro. What do you think I should make with it the first time? Any suggestions? Do a Google search for Keto Chow pudding. You'll probably find Joe and Rachel's recipe.
You want with the
using
Ninja
eggs.
blender?
Yeah. Using eggs. So scrambled
Oh,
eggs.
I thought she was meaning the Ninja Creamy blender.
It's a blender.
Yeah, that's yummy. That's
Yep.
yummy. Okay, who's the person that was needing to get back on? Go back. I want to find out
It
that person.
was Lorna.
Lorna, I want you to tell me right now what your next meal is going to be,
Oh, there you go.
and I'm going to hold you to it. So tell me what it's going to be, what you're going to eat, and what time that's going to be.
Storm
Can you
Chasing
do
Gal
that?
said, did I miss the announcement? We have made no announcements.
We put up the little no man.
Yep. We are doing a live stream tomorrow. It's scheduled, but we don't talk about Bruno, and we
don't
haven't
talk
said that
about
we're announcing
Bruno.
anything. So
It was my wedding day. Oh, that was off key.
Janice
Sorry.
says, where can you see Chef Tabby's cooking show? So if you're talking about Chef Taffany, we do have a
have
playlist on
some-
our channel where we actually, Miriam and Holly flew out to Connecticut. And they recorded videos on making a bunch of recipes in Carrie Brown's
Yep.
kitchen.
And they're still good recipes.
Yeah.
We made rollout cookies. I love those cookies.
Yep, I could not have
Those
gone
cookies
there.
would be so cute as little jack-o'-lanterns.
Okay.
We have to make those. We have to make
You
those.
go right ahead and make those.
Little jack-o'-lanterns. I
did-
need a jack-o'-lantern cookie cutter. Holly, do you have a jack-o'-lantern?
I could 3D print one for you.
Thank you.
Kathleen says, I tried Keto Chow for the first time and I absolutely love it. Nice. Bob says, don't you love fall? 95 today, 55 on Wednesday.
I know, right? How are you, Bob?
Deborah says, you got to have the eggnog warm. It's fantastic.
Yes.
Michael-
Also, make it into chaffles because it's really good as chaffles.
Mike wants to know if I will tell him what the big announcement is tomorrow. I didn't say I was making an announcement. If I had a boat, I'd bring it. Cindy says, I was there in July and froze at night. I always take warm clothing when I go to
yes.
Utah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, and I noticed we just have different tolerances for heat and cold. And I didn't realize I was such a cold person until I've been spending so much time in Florida, and it's so hot there. And it's not the hot, it's the humidity that kills me. But I'm getting better. I'm understanding it better. But it was pretty awesome to have Joe and Rachel here in winter, and they were like freezing, and we're just, wearing our regular clothes, and I wear just a jacket to go to work outside, all the
Okay.
things. But we just get acclimated to the environment we're in.
So Atola says, I wanted to let you know that Keto Chow saved me through my health scare. I knew I had inflammation, but thought I was very constipated. I put myself on a liquid diet to keep it from getting worse.
Oh wow! And that helped. Did you figure it all out? That's scary, and that is uncomfortable too. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Mama Bear Lynette says I just bought an upright freezer.
I want one of those.
Yes, it's filled with me. I'm assuming bears. But I'm ready to fill it up with Keto Chow creamies. And Linda likes your beautiful flowers.
Thank you.
Mac Warrior is pointing out that there will be an emergency broadcast test on Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay. It's just it'll be just like the emergency broadcast that comes over your phone for a Amber Alert.
Yes.
It's not going to be a big deal. There's a lot of people who are talking about it like it's a big deal, but it's literally just going to be like,
It's just gonna
cool.
go. Just like it used to
worked.
be in the TV times when
I
we used to
remember the
watch
TV times.
And it would come on your program and be like, it's an emergency broadcast.
This is a test of the
Here
emergency
is a
broadcast
test.
system.
Watch this thing for 2 seconds. Now it's
This is
over.
only a test.
With the lines.
Yeah,
Do you remember the lines?
I remember the lines.
And then you went to the bathroom and you came back and it was over.
Yep. Anyway, just making sure that it works, that phones, because cellular providers have to be on that as well, and so they're just going to do a nationwide test of it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because it is nice to know that somebody is going to help us in emergency.
Lauren is going to have eggs at 1 p.m. today to break the fast.
Okay. I am going to
That's perfect. Eggs
be
have
thinking about you at 1 p.m. while you're eating your eggs.
eggs have everything to make a tiny chicken. They're tiny
Eggs
boneless
are
chicken wings.
Oh, yummy. I've been obsessed with eggs and just regular old ground pork sausage.
You know what we had yesterday for breakfast? Eggs covered with chili verde. Yeah.
Oh, it was so
It
good.
was. Bonnie says, I remember hearing about an egg loaf with Keto Chow, probably from Joe. I believe it was. But I can't find it on their site or Keto Chow's.
Oh,
let's
I
see,
know
did anybody-
Autumn loves to make an egg loaf.
Yeah, I think he cooked it in the Instant Pot, if I'm not mistaken.
Make up your own egg loaf. I
Lynette-
believe in you.
Yeah, Lynette wants to make jack-o'-lantern
Do it.
cookies.
Yes, let's do it, Lynette.
Laura says, should I wait till tomorrow to place my order? LOL. You can.
If you want to.
Mike says, I like Connecticut.
send out
Brings
2
back
boxes today.
childhood memories.
Aw.
Let's see. Penny says, speaking of recipe videos, did they get removed from your website? I haven't been able to find them. They should be on the...
In the recipes?
yeah, so if there is a recipe that has a video, it should still be attached to it.
Yeah. So if you go to... So, okay, so maybe can we just look up those rollout cookies real quick and see if we can find it? So if you go to ketochow.xyz, I don't think it's called rollout cookies.
Well, what's it called?
I don't remember. I was going to have you navigate through the recipe thing. Soft baked cookies. There it is. Soft baked cookies for Keto Chow.
Turns out I found it just fine.
Good job. So that's the ones that are the rollout cookies. Ah,
And
there
did
should
she
be the
do a
recipe
video
on it.
about it? I don't know that she did a video about this
But
one.
we were there and did it that day. Dang it, now I can't remember.
Let's try this.
Video.
Bum, bum, bum. Where's
Anyway,
my
that's
video
it's a
thing?
really good recipe, and it rolls out really good. A rollout cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it.
Well, maybe we didn't do a video. Dang it.
Okay.
What for sure did we do a video of?
I don't know.
Oh,
Janice says I
sorry.
made raspberry cheesecake ice cream with cream cheese and butter and Maine blueberries for my birthday.
Ooh,
Wow.
yummy. Happy birthday.
Too
I'm
cool.
Janice.
Oh, birthday
For
today.
my
Okay, there you
birthday
go.
today.
1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Janice. Happy birthday to you. I just wasn't paying attention. I was off my A game.
Yeah. And you're
Mimi-
singing very
well,
fast.
Yeah, you got to. Mimi says I started prioritizing protein and added Keto Chow daily. Also cut back my fat intake and the scale.
Yes.
It's finally starting to go back down.
Yeah, and you know what the thing is? You were probably doing everything right before, but your body just needed a little change.
Mm-hmm.
So, good job shaking things up, because I think that sometimes that's what we need to do.
So someone said there was a Facebook post about an announcement. So if you come on the Keto Chow YouTube channel, there's this, but that's October 3rd at noon Eastern.
That's right. That's probably what they're referring to.
And you know what that looks like
Hold
to
on,
me?
put a little like on that. Can you just like that?
Sure, I can totally. It totally looks like a Goomba. Am I wrong?
I think it looks more like an Elmo. Yeah.
That's a Goomba. Here, I'll totally like it.
It is the
Boom.
it is the color of a Goomba. Could it be like a Mario turtle? Actually.
Maybe. Let's see. Blaze's emergency test is supposed to last 30 minutes.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Well, I guess we'll be all tested. Everybody can just take a little break right then.
Susan says, unless you're in a domestic violence situation and have a burner phone, you should shut it off during that time. That is absolutely true. If you have a burner phone that you don't want someone to know about, you would want to turn it off. But in that case, you would probably want to turn it off anyway to preserve the battery.
Yes.
Deborah says, I remember when TV stations were done late at night and we got the lines.
Right?
And we can conclude our
the
broadcast day. And then they'd show the...
I remember fixing rabbit ears when I was a kid.
Okay, so Atola says, it turns out I have appendicitis. Had appendicitis.
Oh, honey.
And it ruptured. Whoa. No pain, just cramps. Went to the VA ER September 21st and surgery. Wow. Used Keto Chow while at the hospital. Went home September 25th and doing
I'm
great.
so glad you're
That's
okay.
amazing.
And that's pretty fast too for rupturing. Like that could have killed you. I'm so glad you're okay. That's so scary.
Lorna says mahalo. Lynn says I
Mahalo.
made keto brownies the other day. They were awesome. It was for a party. Others reported they were good too.
Yay.
Was a box, but want to try some from scratch. Duncan Brand. Okay. Mike says whenever we have thunderstorms in Las Vegas, every device in the house has those alerts for like 2 days, and you can't opt out. Yep. That is true. Actually, I seem to recall I was poking around in the settings for my phone, and there was a setting for national emergency broadcast alerts that I could turn it off.
Out? Wow. I would not want to do that.
Connie says, I think Joe made it the egg loaf on the video where Rachel and her mom went away together for the weekend.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Lynn says, yeah, roll out cookies. I'll have to make some.
They're good.
Christine says, I just placed a big order. Never tried your Keto Chow before. Nice. They all look delicious. Currently on extremely low carb. Well,
nice,
that's what it's for.
Good job, honey. Got this.
Let's see. Storm Changes and Gal says, it's a transformer.
Went.
It died, died. So you should pull up your phone so you can see people's comments. But
if everybody came back.
Well, in theory, we're still connected.
Oh, I forgot how to get on there. Let me try. Restream. Oh, that doesn't start with it. Re-ream.
It's that one right there.
Thanks.
Anyway.
Yes.
Hi, everybody. So.
Oh my gosh, I have to log in.
Oh, it says our current bit rate is too low.
Sad.
Okay. Well, there we are. It seems that it's working. Let's
the green
see.
Screen? Now
Yeah,
you can see my shirt.
Green screen. Okay.
It says thankful, grateful.
Let's see. Yeah, Goomba Lore said I'm down for it. Okay, Linda says the date on Facebook is different now. It shows noon instead of 11. I don't know about the Facebook one. It should show the same time tomorrow at noon Eastern time. Yeah, green screen bears. And now we can see your shirt. See, I love my awesome wife. I still don't know where I got this from.
Thankful, grateful, blessed.
Where is that?
I got mine from Walmart.
Mike says it never went away from me. Yeah, someone opened up the curtains in The Wizard of Oz.
Yep.
Anyway, probably a good time to call it, though. So, yeah, different camera. This is actually my phone.
Yep.
And it's the fail back. If the other one stops working, then this is what we use instead. So, is there anything else you wanted to talk about today? Probably the audio probably sucks, too.
Yeah. No, I don't. I'm good. I just want you to remember to believe in yourself. And Lorna, 1 o'clock,
Eggs. Okay.
Because now you know that you told me that that's what you're going to eat. So you're going to feel obligated to do what you said you're going to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, everybody, have a fantastic day, and we will catch you tomorrow.